In a grand hall filled with shimmering lights and strange symbols, representatives from various alien species gathered. This was the Galactic Council, the most powerful group in the galaxy. They met to discuss a serious problem. Water was disappearing from many planets. The air was tense as leaders whispered among themselves, concerned about their home worlds. Among them stood Alex, a human ambassador from Earth. He felt nervous but determined. This meeting could change everything for his planet. He looked around at the different aliens. Some had colorful skin, others had strange shapes, and a few even had multiple eyes. But despite their differences, they all shared one thing in common. Water was running out. As the meeting began, the head of the council, a tall alien with shimmering blue skin, spoke. "Thank you all for coming. We face a grave situation. Our surveys show that many planets are losing their water supply. Without it, life cannot survive." Alex felt a chill run down his spine. He knew that Earth had a lot of water, but would it be enough to help everyone? He listened closely, hoping for a solution. The council leader continued, "However, we have identified one planet that still has a plentiful supply of clean water, Earth. We must discuss how we can secure this precious resource." A murmur of excitement swept through the room. Alex's heart raced. He felt a mix of pride and fear. Earth's water was important, but he worried that the council would take it without caring about its people. Suddenly, a representative from a planet called Zinthar stood up. "We should take Earth's water. It is vital for our survival." His voice boomed across the hall. Many others nodded in agreement, their eyes gleaming with greed. Alex's stomach twisted at their eagerness to exploit his planet. "Wait," Alex shouted, surprising everyone. "You cannot just take our water. It belongs to the people of Earth. We have the right to protect it." His voice shook, but he stood tall, refusing to back down. The room fell silent. All eyes turned to him, and he felt their gazes heavy upon him. The council leader raised an eyebrow. "And what do you suggest, human? How do you propose we save our planets without taking action?" Alex took a deep breath, knowing he had to think fast. "We can work together. Instead of taking water, we can share technology to help other planets save their water. Earth can help, but we must respect each other. We are not just resources to be used." The council members exchanged glances. Some seemed thoughtful, while others looked angry. The Zinthar representative sneered. "Humans think they can negotiate. They are weak!" His words stung, but Alex refused to show fear. He had to protect Earth. After a tense moment, the council leader spoke again. "We will discuss this further, but know this, time is running out. If we do not act soon, many worlds will perish." With that, the meeting ended, leaving Alex with a heavy heart. As he stepped out of the hall, he was met by Dr. Lena, a brilliant scientist who had come with him. Her eyes were filled with concern. "What just happened in there, Alex?" They seemed ready to take Earth's water without a second thought. Alex shook his head, frustration boiling inside him. "I tried to reason with them, but I fear they only see us as a resource. We must act fast to protect Earth." Dr. Lena nodded. "We need a plan. We can't let them exploit our water. If they think they can just take it, we have to show them that Earth will fight back." Determined, Alex replied, "You're right. We need to gather a team, find allies among the other planets, and prepare for what's coming. We can't let them take our water without a fight." Together, they walked away from the council building, their minds racing with ideas. They knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but they were ready to face it. Earth was worth fighting for, and they would do whatever it took to protect their home. After the shocking meeting with the Galactic Council, Alex and Dr. Lena gathered in a small, dimly lit room on a distant moon. They knew they had to act fast to protect Earth's precious water. The atmosphere was tense, filled with the urgency of their mission. Dr. Lena spread a map of the galaxy across a table, her fingers tracing the paths to various planets. "We need to form a team," Lena said, her voice steady but filled with determination. "We can't face the council alone. We need people with skills who can help us." Alex nodded, thinking hard. "But who can we trust? The council is watching everyone closely. We need to be careful." Lena smiled slightly, her mind racing with ideas. "I know a few individuals who might be willing to help. They understand the importance of water, and they've fought for their own worlds. We can gather them discreetly." "Great," Alex said, feeling a surge of hope. "Let's contact them and meet at a safe location." That night, they sent messages to their selected allies, asking them to come to a hidden base on a nearby planet called Terria. As they waited, the two discussed their strategy. They knew they had to infiltrate the Galactic Council's headquarters to gather more information about their plans. "We need to know exactly how they intend to take Earth's water," Alex said, rubbing his chin thoughtfully. "If we can find out what they're planning, we can stop them." Lena nodded, her eyes sparkling with ideas. "What if we create a diversion? While some of us cause a distraction, others can sneak in and gather information. We could plant bugs to listen in on their meetings." Alex's excitement grew. "That could work! But we need a solid plan to make sure everyone stays safe." As the sun rose over Terria, their allies began to arrive. The first to join them was Zara, a fierce warrior from the planet Finra. She was known for her bravery and combat skills. "I heard you need help, Alex," she said, crossing her arms with a confident grin. "I'm ready to fight for Earth." Next came Rael, a brilliant engineer from the planet Galaris. He was small but quick with a talent for building gadgets. "I can create tools to help us," he said eagerly. "We'll need them if we're going to break into the Council's base." As they gathered, Alex introduced each member of the team, sharing their skills and backgrounds. They formed a circle, excitement buzzing in the air. Together, they began to brainstorm and finalize their plan. "First, we need to find a way into the Council's headquarters," Lena suggested. "We can use Rael's gadgets to disable security systems." Rael nodded, sketching ideas on a piece of paper. "I can create a device to hack into their cameras. If we can avoid being seen, we'll have a better chance of getting in and out." Zara added, "I can lead the diversion. I'll create a scene outside, drawing the guards away from the entrance." The team shared smiles, their spirits high. They felt united and ready for the challenge ahead. They practiced their roles and set a date for the operation. They knew it would be risky, but the hope of protecting Earth's water filled them with determination. As the days passed, the team trained hard. They practiced their skills, built gadgets, and rehearsed their roles. Each member brought something unique, and together they became a force to be reckoned with. They knew they had to be brave and work together to succeed. On the day of the mission, nerves filled the air. Alex stood at the front looking at his team. "Remember, we are fighting for Earth. Our mission is to protect our home. If we work together, we can do this." With a cheer, the team set out, hearts pounding with excitement and fear. They were ready to face the Galactic Council and fight for Earth's most precious resource. Little did they know the road ahead would test their courage and their loyalty. But they were determined to stand strong, no matter the cost. The night was dark and quiet as Alex and his team crept toward the Galactic Council's headquarters. They had planned carefully, and the air was filled with a mix of excitement and fear. Each team member knew their role, and they felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Zara led the group, her sharp eyes scanning for any signs of danger. Rael carried a small backpack filled with gadgets he had built, and Dr. Lena was close behind, her heart racing with anticipation. Alex felt a surge of determination. This was their chance to protect Earth's water. As they approached the building, they saw the tall, shining walls of the headquarters glimmer under the moonlight. Zara pointed to a side entrance that seemed less guarded. "That's our way in," she whispered. The team nodded and moved quickly but quietly toward the entrance. Once inside, Rael activated a small device that disabled the security cameras. The team held their breath as they watched the screens flicker and go dark. "It's working!" Rael whispered, a grin spreading across his face. They made their way down a narrow hallway, moving as silently as shadows. Alex led the way, his heart pounding in his chest. They reached a large door labeled Council Chamber. This was where they would find the information they needed. "Are we ready?" Alex asked, glancing back at his team. Everyone nodded, their faces a mix of fear and excitement. He took a deep breath and pushed the door open. Inside, they found the council members gathered around a long table, discussing their plans for Earth. Alex's heart raced as he quickly signaled to his team to spread out and listen. They hid behind large pillars, straining to hear the conversation. "Tomorrow, we will initiate the plan to extract Earth's water," a council member announced, his voice cold and ruthless. "We cannot wait any longer. Our worlds depend on it." Alex felt anger boil inside him. They were planning to take their water without a second thought. He wanted to rush forward and confront them, but he knew they had to stay hidden. They needed proof of the council's intentions. Suddenly, the door creaked open, and Alex's heart sank. A familiar face entered the room. It was Kieran, one of their team members. He had been quiet during their planning, often standing on the sidelines.
Alex felt a strange sense of unease wash over him.
Why was Kieran here alone? Ah, Kieran! A council member greeted him, surprised but pleased. Have you come to join us? We could use someone with your skills. Alex's stomach twisted. What was Kieran doing? As he watched, Kieran nodded and stepped closer to the council table. The tension in the air thickened, and Alex felt a wave of dread. He could sense that something was very wrong. Thank you for your trust, Kieran said, his voice calm but with a hint of something darker. I have been thinking about our plan. The humans are not strong enough to defend their water. It will be easy to take it. Alex's heart sank further. Kieran was betraying them! He had been working with the council all along. Alex exchanged worried glances with Lena and Rael, their eyes wide with shock. They had trusted Kieran, and now he was ready to turn against them. What do you propose? A council member asked, leaning forward, intrigued. I can help you weaken their defenses. I know their plans, Kieran replied, his eyes gleaming with ambition. We can strike at dawn when they least expect it. Alex felt a rush of anger and betrayal. He wanted to shout, to confront Kieran right then, but they had to stay hidden. If they exposed themselves now, everything would be lost. As the council members discussed their plans, Alex felt a mix of fear and determination. He knew they had to act quickly. They couldn't let Kieran reveal their mission. We need to get out of here and warn the others, he whispered urgently. The team nodded, knowing the gravity of the situation. They carefully made their way back to the exit, trying to remain as quiet as possible. But as they reached the door, Kieran's voice echoed behind them. Stop right there, he shouted. They're here! They've come to steal our plans! Alex's heart raced as he pushed the door open, and they burst into the hallway. They ran as fast as they could, knowing they had to escape before the council's guards caught them. The betrayal stung, but they couldn't afford to dwell on it now. Their mission was more important than ever, and they had to protect Earth's water at all costs. As they dashed into the night, Alex felt a new resolve fill him. They might have lost one ally, but they still had each other.
Together, they would fight for their home. The team sprinted through the hearts racing from the betrayal they had just witnessed.
Kieran had revealed their mission, and the Galactic Council would soon be hunting them down. Alex felt a mix of anger and fear, but he knew they had to regroup and come up with a new plan. We need to find a safe place to hide, Zara said, glancing over her shoulder. If they catch us now, we're done for. Let's head to the old mining facility, Rael suggested. It's far from here, and it has plenty of places to hide. The team quickly made their way to the mining facility. It was a large, abandoned complex on the outskirts of the city, filled with dark tunnels and dusty rooms. Once inside, they found a small room where they could rest and catch their breath. Did we really lose Kieran? Lena asked, her voice shaky. I can't believe he would do that. Alex shook his head, trying to focus. We need to put it behind us. Right now, we have to figure out our next steps. We can't let the council succeed. As they sat in the dim light, Rael began to search through his backpack. He pulled out a small device he had been working on. I was trying to create something that could locate hidden resources, he said. Maybe we can use it to find out more about Earth's water. Do you think it will work? Alex asked, curious but skeptical. It's worth a try, Rael replied. He activated the device and it hummed softly, lights blinking in a rhythm. The team watched in anticipation as Rael adjusted the settings. After a few moments, the device emitted a series of beeps. It's detecting something, Rael exclaimed, his eyes widening with excitement. It seems to be pinpointing a location. It's coming from the planet's core. The core? Lena repeated, her brow furrowing. What could be down there? I don't know, but it must be important, Rael said, adjusting the settings again. If there's something hidden in the core, it could change everything. What if it's more water? Zara asked, her voice filled with hope. What if we can find a way to protect Earth's water supply? Alex felt a spark of excitement. This could be our chance to turn the tables on the Council. If we can prove that Earth has more resources than they thought, we might be able to negotiate. The team quickly gathered around Rael, studying the readings from the device. It showed a clear path leading deeper into the planet. We need to go down there, Alex said, his voice filled with determination. This could be the key to saving our planet. They decided to move out immediately, each of them feeling a renewed sense of purpose. They trekked through the dark tunnels of the mining facility, using Rael's device to guide them. The deeper they went, the more excitement filled the air. They were on the verge of a life-changing discovery. After what felt like hours, they finally reached a large cavern. The walls glimmered with strange crystals that illuminated the space with a soft glow. In the center of the cavern was a massive underground pool. The water shimmered with colors they had never seen before. "Is this?" Lena started, her voice trailing off in disbelief. "It looks like water," Alex said, stepping closer. He could feel the energy radiating from the pool. "But it's unlike anything we have on Earth." Zara dipped her hand into the water, her eyes widening in shock. "It's warm and feels alive. This is incredible." Rael hurriedly scanned the area with his device. "There's a unique energy signature coming from the water. This could be a new source of energy. If we can harness it, it could protect Earth's water supply from the Council." The team stood in awe, realizing they had stumbled upon something extraordinary. This discovery could change the fate of their world. They could create a defense against the Galactic Council, protecting their most precious resource. "We need to take samples," Lena said, her voice filled with excitement. "If we can show the Council what we've found, we can bargain with them." Alex nodded, feeling a sense of hope for the first time since the betrayal. "Let's gather what we can and get back to Earth. We have to warn everyone about the Council's plans and show them this discovery." As they worked together, gathering samples of the shimmering water, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. They had faced betrayal, but now they were united by a shared mission. This discovery would be the key to saving Earth, and together they were ready to fight for their home. The journey back to Earth was tense, but filled with hope. Alex and his team carefully carried the samples of the mysterious water they had discovered in the underground cavern. The shimmering liquid felt like a promise of a new beginning, a chance to protect their planet from the Galactic Council's greed. As their ship approached Earth, Alex looked out the window, taking in the familiar blue and green hues of their home. It had never looked so beautiful. "We're almost there," he said, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. When they landed, they were greeted by their friends and families. News of their mission had spread, and people had gathered to welcome them back. Alex felt a wave of relief wash over him. They had faced many challenges, but they were finally home. "We need to share what we found," Rael exclaimed as they stepped out of the ship. "This water is a game changer. It can protect Earth from the Council's plans." Zara nodded, her eyes shining with determination. "We should hold a meeting with the leaders. They need to understand the importance of this discovery." The team quickly organized a gathering in the town square. People filled the area, their faces filled with curiosity and hope. Alex stood in front of the crowd, his heart pounding. "Thank you all for being here," he began. "We have something important to share with you." He and his team took turns explaining their journey, the betrayal they had faced, and the incredible discovery of the water. As they spoke, the crowd listened intently, their expressions changing from confusion to excitement. "We found this water deep in the planet's core," Lena said, holding up a sample in a small vial. "It has unique properties that can not only replenish our water supply, but also provide energy. We can use it to defend ourselves against the Council." A murmur of awe rippled through the crowd. Alex could see the spark of hope in their eyes. This discovery could unite them against the threat looming over their world. One of the town leaders stepped forward. "This is extraordinary news. We must share this information with the rest of the planet and prepare for what may come. The Council will not back down easily." As the meeting progressed, plans were laid out to spread the word about the discovery. They formed teams to gather more samples and conduct tests on the water's properties. The people were energized, ready to fight for their home. Days turned into weeks as the townspeople worked tirelessly. News of their discovery spread across Earth, and people united like never before. The message was clear. They would not let the Galactic Council take their water. They would protect their planet at all costs. Alex felt a sense of pride as he watched everyone come together. "We've created something amazing here," he said to Zara one evening as they stood overlooking the bustling town square. "This could change everything." "It already has," Zara replied, smiling. "We've shown that when we work together, we can achieve anything." As the preparations continued, Alex received word that the Galactic Council was planning to make their move. They were coming for Earth's water. But this time, Earth was ready. With the newfound energy from the water and the support of the people, they would stand their ground. The day of the council's arrival was filled with tension. The skies were dark, with ships hovering above, and the people gathered, their hearts pounding with a mix of fear and determination. Alex and his team stood at the front, ready to face the council head-on. When the council's ships landed, the leaders stepped out, their expressions a mix of arrogance and disbelief. They hadn't expected Earth to be so prepared. "You think you can stop us?" one of the council members sneered, eyeing the crowd. Alex stepped forward, holding the vial of shimmering water. "This is our home, and we will not let you take it from us. We have found a way to protect our resources and our people. You cannot take what belongs to us." The crowd erupted in cheers, their voices a powerful chorus. The council members exchanged worried glances, realizing they had underestimated Earth's resolve. In that moment, Alex felt a wave of strength wash over him. This was not just about water, it was about standing together, about fighting for their future. The people of Earth were united, ready to defend their planet and everything they held dear. As the confrontation began, Alex knew that this was just the beginning. They had discovered the true strength of unity, and together they would fight for their home, forging a new path for humanity in the galaxy.